Perfect. Good morning, and thank you for attending this morning's board meeting. My name is Stacy Mendoza, Director of Communications for the St. Helens School District. At last night's board meeting, the St. Helens School District Board of Directors appointed Dr. Steve Webb as the district's acting superintendent of schools. In just a moment, I'll invite Dr. Webb to the podium to deliver a statement. Please note that today's press conference is limited to this statement only, and we will not be taking questions at this time. Now, let me introduce you to Dr. Steve Webb, Acting Superintendent of the St. Helens School District.
How is it a press conference if you're not taking questions?
Well, good morning, and thank you for being here. I understand that the community of St. Helens is hurting, anxious, and in many cases, angry. Many of you are outraged. The system failed to protect this community's children, and that some adults allegedly failed to act when informed of misconduct. I want to echo the words of a St. Helens parent who recently spoke at a public meeting and whose comments were reported by the media. Families do not give us their students. They do not give us their children. They give us their babies. It is a sacred trust, and we have a moral obligation to honor it with reverence. That trust has been broken. The district has significant work ahead to repair relationships and rebuild trust. Healing this pain will take time, decisive action, transparent communication, and community engagement. The St. Helens Board of Directors has tasked me with the following priorities over the next 90 days. First, stabilizing district and high school administration while managing the day-to-day operations of the school district. Second, requesting an independent third-party investigation to examine objectively what happened and how. Third, cooperating fully with investigations by law enforcement, DHS, and other agencies regarding employees or former employees accused of criminal sexual abuse, failure to report abuse, or misconduct. And finally, launching a comprehensive community engagement plan to improve communication and listen to the community about steps the district should take moving forward. I understand that this community wants answers and deserves them. I commit to sharing what we learn as allowed by law and guided by legal counsel as the investigations proceed. I do want to be clear. If the employees under investigation are found guilty, they will be held accountable, consistent with due process outlined in employment contracts, collective bargaining agreements, and applicable laws. At the same time, we must let the investigations run their course in fairness to all parties. To address these issues swiftly, the district will take the following steps. First, independent investigation. This investigation will launch on Monday, December 2nd, conducted by an external investigator through Northwest Regional Education Service District to ensure objectivity. The scope will include the following: reviewing district policy implementation on mandatory reporting, suspected misconduct, harassment reporting, staff ethics, and related areas. Evaluating district training processes and accountability systems. And finally, assessing district culture and its fidelity to these policies. Findings and recommendations will be shared with this community with the final report expected 45 to 60 days after the investigation begins. This timeline is subject to change based on what is learned through the course of the investigation. Second, leadership stability at St. Helens High School. I will appoint an acting principal as soon as possible to provide stable, clear leadership for students and families who faced a whirlwind of rumors and partial information. Third, community listening sessions. I will hold listening sessions at each school to hear directly from students, families, and staff in the coming weeks. Fourth, collaboration with community leaders. I will meet with the St. Helens City Mayor, Mayor-elect, and Acting Chief of Police to discuss how we can work together to restore confidence in our schools. I will also be reaching out to various civic and community-based organizations to gather their perspective and keep them apprised of our progress. Finally, parent-teacher conferences. As conferences are underway this week, we want our students and staff to refocus on learning, academics, and the activities that make school meaningful. The district's more than 300 staff members show up each day to serve our children with compassion and care. For many, teaching is not just a job, but a calling. I am deeply saddened that the alleged actions of a few have tarnished the reputation of this district and its dedicated staff. Starting tomorrow, we enter Thanksgiving break. You will continue to receive updates from our office after the holiday as we work together to rebuild trust, improve communication, and move forward. Today is my first day on the job, and like you, I have many questions. I ask for your patience as I navigate this challenging situation. While I'm not taking questions today, I will host weekly media availability up to the winter break and into the new year as needed. Stacy Mendoza, our Director of Communications, will share details once these are finalized. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your commitment to our schools and community.
How can you vote for transparency and yet refuse to take questions from the media at a press conference?
Dr. Webb, why should parents trust you as the new superintendent?
Looking online, you don't have a educator's license, professional administration. Do you plan on getting one?
Thank you for joining us today. As our district is currently holding parent-teacher conferences and we share our campus with 2 schools, we kindly ask that any further broadcasts be completed off-site to avoid disruption of these conferences. This concludes our press conference, and thank you for attending.
Why are you not taking questions? Why didn't you tell us in the email that you wouldn't be taking questions? This is a press conference. You need to tell the